What's up, y'all? Happy New Year's. Before I start this list off, I want to say rest in peace to MF Doom, one of my favorite MCs. When I first listened to MF Doom, it was by accident. I went to the library to get some CDs, and I was trying to get someone else. Well, to this day, I can't remember. But instead, I got MF Doom, Born Like This, by mistake. Um, Ever since I listened to that album, fell in love with his music. Um, yeah, and he was actually passed away 2 months ago. So yeah, 2020 is crazy, man. But rest in peace, MF Doom. Like we gonna start off with the honorable mentions first. First honorable mention, Bodie James, Real Bad Bodie. Um, this was a decent album. Um, I like the verses on here. He's spitting nice. It was the first Bodie James album that I actually like. The best one I've heard so far. I know he's associated with Griselda. Yeah, this is a good standalone project. Next, honorable mention, Eminem, Music to Be Murdered By. I've done a album review for this already. Side A is the reason why it's now on the actual top 10 this year. Side B is why it's in the honorable mentions. Side B made this album definitely. Side A, there was just so much commercial tracks that I didn't like. Side B, he showed his lyricism and proof why he's still one of the best. Next, honorable mention is Conway the Machine, From King to a God. This is kind of in the same situation as Music to Be Murdered By. Side B was really the better piece of the album. I like a couple tracks on side A, like Frontlines and the intro, I think it's called From King. Side B was more the Conway that I like. Side A was just a little too more commercial. Next up, honorable mention is E40 Terms and Conditions. This album was close to the end of the year. That's why I'm glad I didn't release it early. This is actually a joint album with Too Short. And E40 has never sounded more polished and better, in my opinion. This is his best album so far. And he was holding up the album. The weakness of the album was really that it was a joint album that was mixed in with Too Short's album. And probably could have used more songs, but Too Short's part was the dead weight. E40 watched them all the tracks, and I couldn't never get into Too Short. I know he has a big impact, especially on the West Coast. But every song he made was about pimping somebody. But yeah, I never got into Too Short. But it doesn't help me. It doesn't help with the music though for me. Now I'm going into top 10 albums, hip hop albums of 2020. Number 10, Future, High Off Life. One of Future's best albums, hands down. It was very creative. I love the storytelling that he displays on it. We haven't heard him make anything this great since his self-titled album with when he made Mask Off. Production had very high moments. Never heard him rap on beats this unique, like Outer Space beat. You never hear him rap on, those type of beats like that. That deserves the number 10 spot. For number 9, we have Lil Wayne, No Ceilings 3. This hardly gets mentioned. This was a better album than most this year. Definitely, it was on a hot roll. I felt like I was listening to the old Lil Wayne. The lyrics were amazing. Production was cool. This was way better than Funeral and the Carter Five. So this serves well within the top 10 for the number 9 spot. Number 8, Westside Gunn, Who Made the Sunshine. This was a cool album. Production had its high moments, especially the first half. What killed it for me was until Liz Loves Luga. Well, ever since his verse on there, just everything else after that was garbage except for 98 Savories. But the first half was the strongest part about the album, but this album was strong enough to have the number 8 spot. And number 7 was actually tied with that album is Benny the Butcher, Burden of Proof. This album edged out Westside Gunn's Who Made the Sunshine because of importance, and Benny the Butcher, it sounded like he put more effort into it. It was more not impressive, but it was more satisfactory. Because I wasn't feeling this album at all. Then it aged well. It aged better than Made the Sunshine. One of his best albums. And it's an important album. After this album, he was shot and controversy started. But luckily he's still alive to listen to this great album. Number 6, we have Future, Pluto, and Baby Pluto. High Off Life is amazing, but this album is an instant classic. I didn't even include Lil Uzi Vert because he got watched by Future. This reminds me of Super Slime when Future was Young Thug. Future is making a statement why he's the king of mumble rappers. He's the only mumble rapper I know that can make a classic album. No other mumble rapper can actually make a classic album. There's some that has, a lot of hot songs, but not to the status of classic. Uzi Vert, he had his moments, but he was easy to forget. And all you wanted to hear was really Future. The production was amazing. Future was in his zone with the production, man. It was nostalgic. And it took you back to his self-titled album, the Future album. And that serves well in the number 6 spot. For number 5, we have Freddie Gibbs Alfredo. This is a very praised album, as it should be. He even got a Grammy nomination. This is Freddie Gibbs' best album. Definitely determined by the age. It's better than Bandana and boosted him. And I'm patient with Freddie Gibbs' music. Not against him, but people they like to overrate him quickly. Like he's top 15 of all time. He wasn't even in my top 50. But this album, it puts him on the list. Not to the top 15, not that high, but he's on the list. Flow was nice. His flow is always nice. He has his own type of flow. And for lyrics, he doesn't have to be that lyrical for to make hot songs. Yeah, he doesn't have an ABC flow either. His flow is just him. It's the Freddie flow. And it's like a 1-2 punch. Alfredo, that serves well as the number 5 spot. Number 4, Jay-Z and Jay Electronica, Written Testimony. Another piece from the philosophical Jay-Z. People hardly mention this on their album list. I'm wondering, like, where is this album? They don't even realize how great this album is, but I could tell on the first listen. The only bad album on here was Universal Soldier. Besides that, everything else was amazing. And it didn't go out well for Jay Electronica. But not as bad as Uzi Vert. But a little more worse than Uzi Vert is Jay Electronica. He had some moments of his high, but Jay-Z on every song, he bested him. On each song, he had better verse than Jay Electronica. He was just, he was in the zone. And yeah, Jay Electronica, he had moments, memorable moments, but he just got embarrassed on the album. Like, this is his first debut album. For Uzi Vert, Pluto and Baby Pluto, that's not Uzi Vert's first album. This is Jay Electronica's coming out album. And he got washed by Jay-Z. This is definitely classic album to remember, but it's really the Jay-Z album, and Jay-Z's transformation is just it's outstanding. Is the reason why I put him over on Biggie Smalls and Tupac. It serves well for the number 4 spot. Number 3, we have Westside Gunn, Pray for Paris. Westside Gunn usually has albums that you listen to in the nighttime. But Pray for Paris was meant for the daytime. This is the most mellow album they ever made that I've heard. Beautiful production, raw lyrics. Everybody killed the guest verses. Joey Badass killed the hook. Tyler, their creator, killed his verse. Rock Marciano killed his verse. Conway the Machine killed his verse. Rick Ross killed his verse. Everybody killed it. Yeah, he even had a better album than that this year. For the number 2 spot, Westside Gunn, Fly God is an awesome guy too. This was Westside Gunn on steroids. This is his most lyrical album by far. He never rapped. this good on another album. People like to say that Westside Gunn he always gets saved by Conway and Benny the Butcher on his songs because his lyrics suck, and that's not true. Because I've heard Westside Gunn out rap Conway, Machine, and Benny on songs. But he's just not known for his lyrical ability. It's really how he makes a song. But this album, he didn't need either of them. Yeah. This dude, he was on another level. I don't know how he just perfected his writing like that. It was amazing. Production was nasty. You know, that definitely one of his best albums. And this as well as part two of Fly Guy's Awesome Guy. That was the best album of last year, of 2019. And that album was, that's probably the best album. But it's hard because he got so much. He also got Supreme Clientele, and he got a lot of stuff. And that leads up to number one, the best hip hop album of 2020. The one that bought you Illmatic, Nas, King's Disease. He is on top once again. And takes revenge on Westside Gunn. Because last year, Fly Guy is an Awesome Guy was way better than Lost Tapes 2. So Nas gets his revenge this year. Creed went crazy on these flawless tracks. You never have to question Nas in his lyrical department. There's reason why he's the GOAT is because if he don't give you the most lyrical album, he will give you the most educational album. He will say 50 things on a song that you realize that you missed. Each time you listen to a song, you realize you missed something. You just learned something new. Each time you visit a song of his. And yeah, I even had this beats on Westside Gunn stuff. And King's Disease and Fly Guy's Awesome Guy too. They were both lyrical. I got King's Disease higher because you learn more. Westside Gunn, the lyrics are raw, but overall you learn more from King's Disease. And that's why it's the best album, hip hop album of 2020. Again, rest in peace to MF Doom, man. We're gonna have some more videos, some more lists for 2020. I got two other genres for R&B and pop. So I'll see y'all next time. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit all notification bell. Peace.